Dreamscape presents The Act of Living, What the Great Psychologists Can Teach Us About Finding Fulfillment by Frank Tallis. Narrated by Simon Shepard.
Chapter 1. Talking. Leaving the Silent Theatre. Some years ago, I attended a landmark Edward Hopper exhibition in London. Moving from canvas to canvas, I was repeatedly reminded of the artist's genius for capturing private moments. Hopper's work often shows ordinary men and women in sparsely furnished interiors staring out of windows or gazing blankly into space. Even when he introduces several figures into his paintings, they are separate, inhabiting different universes. One of Hopper's most affecting explorations of aloneness is Automat. The title refers to an early chain of self-service restaurants where meals were dispensed by vending machines, not delivered by people. Hopper's painting shows a young woman sitting at a table in such an establishment, about to raise a cup of coffee to her lips. The self-service restaurant immediately underscores her solitude. Even though her coat has fur trimmings and she is close to a radiator, she still needs more warmth. She has removed one of her gloves to absorb the heat of her coffee cup. The image is very realistic, but one detail is anachronous. On a shelf behind the young woman is a bowl piled high with fruit. Where did it come from? We are in New York. The season is cold, and it is the 1920s. At that time, out-of-season fruit wasn't available. Fruit like that shouldn't really be there. Hopper is inviting us to think symbolically. He is asking us to consider how the luscious, rounded forms in the bowl correspond with what Freud called the larger hemispheres of the female body. The young woman's coat is green, the colour of innocence, unbuttoned and open, and we can see that she is wearing a red garment, the colour of passion, underneath. Her neckline is low, and her skirt has risen to reveal a pair of shapely legs. These erotic elements alert us to what she might be thinking. Above her head, the reflected ceiling lights of the automat recede into darkness. They resemble the thought bubbles of a cartoon strip. There are two lines of these bubbles, which means she must be of two minds. Will she? Won't she? The chair that she faces is conspicuously empty. She struggles to resolve a dilemma without companionship or support. Her aloneness is amplified by the infinite nothingness outside, which is mitigated only in part by the double row of reflected lights.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?